Hello, my name is Audria Richmond and I am your Marketing and Launch Strategist. I would like to welcome you to UnCloned 10, celebrating 10 years with moi, Audria Richmond. I would like to thank you so much for tuning into this 10-part video series, and my hopes is that you will have some valuable lessons as it relates to your life and business. So I wanted to create this series for a few reasons. One, to connect with my audience. And number two, to kind of like pull the curtain back to say, like, what do it takes to stay in business for 10 years? You know, staying in business for 10 years is a really, really, really long time. So what I've done is I've kind of pulled out these 10 stories to celebrate 10 years, you know, being creative. And I'm just going to talk about some key stories. They're not necessarily, my goal is to keep them in order, but I may kind of get out of order. But the whole point is for you to get the lesson out of every story. So it's 10 stories. Hopefully you tune in for all 10. It's going to be a really good series. And so, yeah, let's jump right in. So part one, I want to talk about how I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grow up, right? So a lot of people have like these really cool people in their life that like really drills them every day and say, you should be this, you should go to school for this, and you should go get a degree for this, and your life is going to be amazing. That wasn't really my story. So my parents are some working people. Neither one of my parents went to college. And so I really didn't have that. You know, I didn't really have parents who like told me I had to go to college, right? And it wouldn't necessarily, I wouldn't necessarily say that was a good thing or a bad thing. It just wasn't thing that was pressured or introduced into my lifestyle. None of my family members have been to college. So it wasn't really a thing that was, you know, passed down in our family. And so I really didn't even really think about college. So when I graduated from high school, I kind of had like this void, like, what the hell am I gonna do with my life? And I ended up having a first love in high school, and he pretty much is the guy that taught me technology and computers and all of that stuff. And so he told me about a school called ITT Tech. And he was like, hey, I'm going to ITT Tech. You know, I'm going to go study, what do you call it? It's like when you fix, I don't even, look, it's crazy because the thing that I went to go learn, I have no interest in whatsoever. And I was just following him. Okay. So it's kind of like, I was at this pivotal moment in my life where I could be like, okay, I'm just going to go and work a good job and just work my way up the ranks and then go, you know, be this awesome person and retire and live off my 401k, right? Or whatever the case may be. So that wasn't really the case. So when he started telling me about ITT Tech, we went for like computer engineering or something like that. I have no idea. That's how long ago it's been. But I ended up going to ITT Tech. And so I'm in ITT Tech. I'm learning about computers and I'm learning about all of this stuff that I really didn't have an interest in. And I'm just like, man, why am I doing this? But the moral of the story is get started somewhere. And what I really want to kind of bring a lot of attention to is sometimes in your life, you don't know what you want to do. You don't know where you want to be. You don't know who's going to be that pivotal person in your life to kind of change your where you are in life. Like if it wasn't for him introducing me to computers and you know, telling me that he was going to school, and if I wasn't madly in love enough to follow him into going to this school, I probably wouldn't be on the path that I am right now, right? So when I look at a lot of things that's happened in the past, when I look at a lot of peers in the state of where they are, I'm grateful to say, even though I'm not with this guy anymore, I'm grateful to say that, you know, this guy introduced me to computers. He introduced me to technology. He really kind of put me into this world of learning computers and video and audio and video editing and all of this stuff. And I'm truly thankful for that. So the moral of this story is to get started somewhere. Now, in this, wherever you're watching this video at, you should see a link to continue this series so you don't miss out on anything. And I'm just so thankful that you watched part one. So I'll see you in part two, because in part two, we're going to talk about my first date with risk. And I see you then. Have a beautiful day. My name is Audria Richmond. I'm your marketing and launch strategist. And I'll see you in part two tomorrow. Peace out.